Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. Gerry, Max, Gerry. Pretty easy to tell apart. Old, young. See how this works? Max and I, we've talked about officials and referees in the past. Max has made it very clear to me off camera, to me on camera. He's probably put it, I don't know, out in the media somewhere else that he doesn't like blaming officials. I don't like blaming officials either. I'm one of those guys that feels like if you are good enough, officials really shouldn't be that big of a factor. Mm-hmm. Because if they're that corrupt, it's brutally obvious. You know what I mean? And I know my dad always used to say, the more you practice, the luckier you get. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of times officials and getting calls is luck. Mm. Big part of that is luck. Sort of shitty to think like that, but it sort of is that way.
Yeah.
However, we've had some stuff go against us this season, and it feels like it's more than usual. You know, I don't think there's this big anti-Everton conspiracy. I want to be clear about that. I don't think that's what's happening. Do I think there's a top six bias, though? Yes. Mm-hmm. I do. I feel like there is definitely a top six bias. You know, if you've been living under a rock and weren't watching the match this weekend, Kevin Friend was our official. Not really the best last name for us this game. He missed 2 red card offenses. People just, you know, Jorginho putting his cleats right into Gylfi's ankle and bringing him down. Then Alonso on Walcott, again, cleats in the ankle. Okay?
Cleats.
What do you call it? Well, studs, I guess.
Such an American term.
What's funny is I'm not sure if I've ever really thought about that. It's like not even something English people say.
Yeah, I'm sorry for breaking your rant and attention, but I don't know, it's just a funny term. But yeah, they were horrific challenges. Horrific.
Now I will never say cleats again. You're right though. Cleats is such a rec soccer term. You know,
yeah.
You know, you're like, you know, hey Junior, go get your cleats. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna kick the ball some. You know, it is. You're totally right. Yeah, studs. True. Damn it.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Max, for pointing out how much of a bumpkin I am. Okay. All right, so you're right though. So anyway, I at least have a sense of humor about myself because I got it. Additionally, Friend gives yellow cards to Bernard and Rudiger, despite having his back fully to that situation. You literally see him facing forward and the incident happening behind him in one of the angles. Yeah. Linesman may have seen it.
Yeah, did he get any input on that from any other?
I have no idea. All I know is he came around and gave them both yellow cards. It just oozed the kind of action of someone who's like, well, I didn't see it, but just in case, cards for everybody. Enjoy. Yeah,
I'm sure there was an interesting stat regarding bookings for that game, because I don't know, it might have been something like the time that they were brandished. I think it was 4 yellow cards for Chelsea, 3 for us. But something about the time span in which they were brandished. But yeah, some of them were just wrong calls.
The Mina card. The Mina caution was...
That was the one that got me. Because it's interesting because one of my favourite players of all time, Paolo Maldini, he always used to say, if at any point I'm sliding in, I've already made a mistake. I don't like, and I suppose I can agree with that to an extent. However, if it's to the point where you're removing the slide tackle from the game and it's considered a foul, mm-hmm. it may as well just be a no contact sport. I mean, we were talking about it in the response video, but he does take a bit of Hazard, quite a large part of Hazard, but that ball goes first. Straight it's to the ball and the ball's cleared.
Yeah.
I don't understand how it's a yellow card, because it's not reckless. It's a great challenge.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't see anybody that understood that one, actually. Both on social media, the pundits, commentators here in America, nobody seemed to understand that one. I will say, one of the American pundits said that Bernard should have been red carded, but I don't think he had any kind of angle to see whether or not that was a headbutt.
Oh, well, right. Me issue with the whole headbutt saga between Bernard and Rudiger is it's more issue with the player rather than the referee. Come on, how tall is Rudiger? Like 6'5", something like that. How tall is Bernard? 5'10". Why is a 6'5" centre half going down?
Are you adding inches to Bernard? Because I don't think he's 5'10".
Oh, I don't know. I'm probably drastically overstating it. What is? I'm not really good with measurements, but he's tiny. And my point is, he's tiny. Why would a 6'5" centre half go down from a nifty Brazilian winger, like, taking issue with him? Like, obviously, it's Bernard's first season in the Premier League. He's obviously, he's probably been told, make sure you don't get bullied. If someone has a go at him, he's going to have a go back. We've seen it with Richarlison against Bournemouth, which he ended up getting a red card for, which I don't necessarily agree with. And he's resulted with the yellow card. Rudiger's gone down theatrically, which is just ridiculous. Yeah.
The thing is, both of those guys, Richarlison's was like not trying to headbutt. It's like he was trying to like put his head and like just put it like right at the guy's head. You know what I mean? Like sit there and go like head to head like that. Headbutt is bam. You're clearly striking through. Yeah. This just sitting there getting in someone's face, that's totally different. That is not the same thing. It is. It just reeks of like, look, we have to have a rule that says if he touches him with his head, that's the rule. You know what I mean? It's because they're trying to leave no room for error.
Yeah,
so
I've got to make it clear that I'm no expert on the laws of football. I haven't quite got round to religiously studying them, and I've not got any refereeing qualifications. I know people that have. I mean, I've refereed the odd Sunday league game. I've got no authority to judge, but a lot of these calls that are being given are just subjective from the referee's perspective, and we're being on the wrong end of quite a few of them, aren't we?
Yeah,
like
and
go on.
The egregious bullshit we dealt with against Arsenal and against United, and the fact that Martial was not even, they didn't even take a look at it. FA didn't even take a look at it, okay? Did not even deem, even though, to the letter, it's the same thing that got Nias a banning, okay?
Against Crystal Palace.
Yes, same thing. But Nias is Nias. He didn't cost 60 million whatever, and he plays for United, okay? Nias doesn't. Nias played for us, who was playing like shit last season, okay? So they take teams that are in the middle, don't matter, and they think we'll make an example about them. But any of the big, they just don't even look at them, okay? That is beyond referees, all right? That's not even looking at referees. That's just corrupt as hell when you don't even look at it. You have to at least look at what Martial did. You have to. And just saying, I like Martial. I think he's a great player. He is maybe my favorite United player to watch right now. If we could buy a player from United, that's the guy, I think. You know what I mean? He's fantastic. But he flopped. And he clearly dived. It's obvious. And the fact that they didn't review it, that's top six bias. It's just an example. Okay? And there's more of that. We've seen that. And every once in a while, top six bias doesn't enter into it. Jags getting sent off against Wolves. That's awful. That's not a good call. All right? I understand a yellow there. I do. All right, but he also got the ball, didn't he?
To me, that was it was a wild lunge to me. Like, and this may just be coming from my perspective of just not having faith in referees as it is.
Mm-hmm.
I just assume that would be a red. He's lunged in, it's wild.
Like, I actually thought it was a pretty solid tackle, to be honest. That's the thing. He got a little bit of his leg.
He lost the ball, didn't he? In the lead up to the challenge, he lost the ball, and it just looked like a bad recovery. So,
but didn't he get the ball when he lunged?
You could argue it was like the Mina case. I think he got more of the player. I don't know.
See, I just don't see how that's a sending off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
know. Was he last man
he was one of the last? He was one of the last men.
I don't think, to the letter of the law, I don't think it actually says last man. But
see, last man is why I thought it even got consideration to be a red. You know, that's the only reason.
Yeah, it's good that you flagged that up, because it was subject to debate what it was actually for, wasn't it? And I think it got changed. It got changed what it was for.
Yeah, because they didn't know.
Yeah, it's inconsistency with calls, and we're subject to a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And then on top of that, they took the kick from way closer up and made it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I will politely say that I believe VAR is something we need.
I agree.
All right? I'm not going to say what I want to say, which is the fact that the officiating this season has been like a kick in the pills.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say that.
Just look at Charlie Austin's post-match interview yesterday.
He's so I'm sorry. Good for Charlie Austin. Kick ass. Yeah. And now I get your Park Life jokes.
Yes, good. I'm glad you do. That was brilliant. I'm so happy someone had the knowledge to edit that and put that together, because it was well worthy of it.
Now I get it.
Yeah, just the officiating in general, just the standard of it seemed to have dropped and shows no indication of improving.
Yeah. Not
just for us, but for several clubs. And I think I'm sure we're speaking on their behalf as well when we say this. You know, we've got to see VAR for that measurable improvement. You know, what is it? For when it's not clear and obvious, that's when it's introduced VAR.
I think
for the incidents.
I'm not sure.
When incidents aren't clear and obvious. As I say, I'm sure when it is introduced, I'll educate myself on it a lot more.
Exactly.
And
you know what? It's going to burn us sometimes. VAR is going to burn us. You know, it's going to happen. You know. Yeah,
because it takes away the element of human error from the game, which, I mean, it's part and parcel of the game, human error, but not when it's consistent human error that's literally changing the outcome of so many games. You know, it defines black. You know, it's black and white, isn't it? And we are going to be banned from that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and it's not going to cut out all the human error. There's still going to be crap calls around midfield that are nowhere close to the goal. You know what I mean? But it's going to prevent somebody flopping in the box. It's going to prevent an offside goal because the official is maybe not in shape enough to keep up with the play and he totally guesses. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's going to prevent that kind of stuff. I just made that up off the top of my head. It's not like that actually happened for real in a game against Arsenal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Didn't happen. But yeah, anyway, I think we've actually been, for a segment labeled Rant, we've actually been pretty calm.
Yeah. As I even said to you, though, like, I don't like ranting about referees. I mean, I'm not, you know, in fairness, I'm not a big fan of ranting in general. I think, you know, you've got to be able to dissect.
You don't seem like a rant guy.
I can when I get wound up, but as I say, I just don't see this as something worthy of getting wound up about.
We got to figure out what gets Max wound up, because we got to get a Max rant on camera one day.
You just become neutralised to stuff, don't you? Though, in regard to the referee, and I think I've very much just become numb to comfortably numb to quote Pink Floyd, to all this shite refereeing and dodgy calls.
I've said it before on here. You said it here. As Everton supporters, let's just expect it. Expect shit officiating. Just expect it. Know it's coming. And hope that Silva and the boys are expecting it as well, so that they can overcompensate for it. They can compensate for it, and they can work against it. Okay? Just assume there will be crap. It's going to happen. You know, it's just, I like this us against the world mentality. Let's just, it's us. Let the pundits say what they want to say. Meh. Let them leave Richarlison. Let Sky leave Richarlison out of a list of top scorers, but throw Mitrovic in there, even though his numbers don't add up to that. You know what I mean? Let them do whatever. Let them be there. Do your thing, guys. We'll just sit here and we'll be Everton, and we'll love our club, we'll love our players, we'll love our manager, we'll love everything about it. And you know what? We're getting better, and it's awesome. And we're not hating ourselves this year. You know what I mean? I like that feeling.
Very true.
I like not hating myself. Feels nice.
Same.
All right. I think we're done with the ref rant. For now. Dun dun dun.
Episode 2 next week. Oh no, it's international break, isn't
it?
But you know another one's coming after the Merseyside derby. You just know it.
I'm not saying anything.
Stay tuned.
Not saying anything. All right. If you've been digging our videos, please subscribe to the Toffee Blues YouTube channel. We are hovering just over 1,300 subs, climbing towards 1,310. So, yeah, if you subscribe to us, puts our channel up there with all your other channels. Yeah, it's just organization. So if you're into organization, that's why you subscribe. Just saying. Convenience. If you like Max, who doesn't like Max? All right. Keep an eye on his Twitter profile, because he's got a pretty big opportunity coming up tomorrow. He's going to be recording with Premier League Productions, doing a preview to the upcoming derby. Yeah, he's going to do us proud. We're excited for him. So keep an eye on his Twitter so he can tell you where you can see that. He's also got analysis on the Toffee Blues website and other places. So there's that. I have notes that I write to my wife that go up on our refrigerator. So, yeah, there's that. So I guess that's it. We're going to talk about our center back situation next. So stay tuned, and yeah, bye.